Hey everybody, and welcome back to Like for Lolo. It is time for our weekly recap of Love After Lockup. This is season 3, episode 38, and it was titled Imaginary Boyfriend. Alright y'all, if y'all are not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And if you end up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit me with that thumbs up button along with the share button. Alright y'all, let's jump into this episode. Not too much happened, and we did meet a new lady who, like I said last week, is totally giving me Angela. And what was that man's name? Oh my god, I see his face but I cannot think of his name. Y'all know what his name is. What was his damn name? Oh, it's not gonna come to me. It'll come to me right after I finish recording. But it's giving me Angela and was it Jeff? John? No, I don't know. It's giving me them vibes because didn't Angela go pick him up in like season 1, I want to say, and he didn't show up, and then we didn't see her until like season 2, episode, I don't know, 55. I don't know. You know how they be stretching out the damn season, child. But then we had to wait for her to pick him up again. But when we saw her in season 1, wasn't that like the second time or something she had went to pick him up? So I'm like, girl. But it's totally giving me those vibes. These people, so we just gonna start with her. These people, her family and friends and stuff is so like, yo, is he even real? Like, has anybody heard you on the phone with him? I don't know if I can believe it. Anyway, like I said, we're gonna start with them since I'm talking about them. Anissa is 51 years old. Jeff is 39 years old. She said she's been a cougar all her life. Her first husband was 19 when she married him, and she was 29. She said her first husband was real sweet and kind and all this other stuff, but she got bored with him being sweet. I said, what? Who? What? So she then moved on to a convict, child, and she in the car with her cousin because they going wedding dress shopping or whatever. So the cousin just asking her questions, and she was like, yeah, because I don't think she ever said the first. Did she say the first guy's name? Let me see. I think she did. I don't know. I didn't write it down. But the ex before, he brought her a $9,000 ring. So he was 19 years old making some kind of money because he brought a $9,000 ring. This light is like really throwing me off. But now she's talking about something. She done moved on to a broke man. So broke boy. So here go the cousin. Well, I'm glad you said boy because that's exactly what he is, a boy. So remember that he may be 41, but he is still a boy. So I'm like, is he 41 or is he 39? Because the screen said 39, but the cousin said 41. So I'm like, somebody a little off on their math. But anyway, they go to the wedding shop or whatever like that. Here go the lady who worked there. She was like, okay, well, you got to tell me how y'all met, how y'all got engaged and stuff. Child, here she go. Well, he's in prison. I said, oh my God. The lady was like, oh, okay. So she tried on dresses and stuff. So the first dress was a no. The second dress, she loved it. She said that was the dress for her or whatever like that. The cousin is like, well, what if you don't show up? So then we find out more information. So he got out of jail twice, and both times he got out, he said he was going to meet her, but he never met her. So I said, oh my God, girl, and you still out here trying on wedding dresses? So here go the shop owner. She was so nosy. I said, oh, that's me all the way. Because she was like, oh, wait, huh? Like, I got to know the story. So wait a minute. He didn't show up 2 times? Like, what? What makes you think he's going to show up this time and y'all are going to get married or whatever? She was like, because, I believe that he going to do this. I got faith and stuff and yada, yada, yada. The shop owner, the shop person, whatever, the clerk, she was like, that's crazy. I mean, I'm not saying you crazy, but I mean, it's just crazy that you just have so much faith. So here go the cousin. I'm saying you crazy too. I was cracking up. But the cousin even told us that she don't think that Jeff is real. I'm like, why they don't think this man is real? According to Anissa, she's been talking to this man for 11 years, and she has waited for him for 11 years. Of course, she met him on like a prison pen pal website, and she fell in love with him, saying that he was attractive and all this other stuff. He'd been to jail for drugs twice, according to the cousin or whatever. But like, she met him on a pen pal website in jail. I don't know how she could say the man is not real, or maybe the cousin is going off of, maybe she just picked some guy, picture on online or whatever, and is saying that that's the guy, but she's never actually talked to him, because he's supposed to be getting out in 18 hours, and he hasn't called or anything and talked to her or nothing like that in like a few days and stuff. So I'm like, because they be on their phone when they fixing to get out. So I'm like, something don't sound right. At her house, her friend Kyle came over, and he was just talking to her and stuff like that. And he was saying like the boyfriend is imaginary and he made up and stuff like that. And she tells us that Jeff was in solitary and he can only make a phone call once a week or something like that. That's why she hasn't heard from him. So I'm like, but if he's still in solitary, how he getting out in 18 hours? Like, something don't sound right with her. And Kyle, he think that she crazy. She crazy. He like, you get married? What are you talking about? Like, this is the dumbest thing you've ever done in your life and stuff. And he's telling us that he think that she lost her damn mind. And she is all like, well, you just gotta give him a chance. People change and stuff like that. And he just left it with, all right, well, good luck. And then he ended up leaving. I said, this finna be interesting, because I know they showed like a clip as she was at the bus stop, but it didn't look like anybody got off the bus. So I'm like, girl. Let's go to Rachel and Doug. Let me sum up them real quick. All they did was have sex. That's it. That's it. They had sex. They enjoyed the sex. They went to a hotel for like, I guess, a couple hours. I guess because he wanted to get it in real quick in the hotel. He couldn't wait till they got home. And I'm like, why he couldn't wait till he got home? The little boy wasn't home, so why he just couldn't? Whatever, child. And he was fingering her the whole damn time she was driving. So I'm like, what the hell? But at any rate, they went to the hotel. They bowed chicky wow wow. They both enjoyed it. They went home. He was all amazed and amused about the house and stuff. He said he's never had anything like this before. He was like, oh, y'all got sidewalks and stuff. We don't have sidewalks, where I'm from or whatever. And he's basically saying that he's going to be with her for life. And I had already called that, because he don't got nothing for, like, child. Not saying he can't change or nothing like that, but, or get a job or anything like that. But he seemed, the way he was talking, it wasn't like did he ever say that he was in love with her? I don't even think he ever said that he was like in love with her or anything like that. No, I don't think he ever said that. Like, he was basically more talking about sex and stuff, and how he ain't had sex since 2015 when he got locked up, and he about to get it in with her, and yada yada yada. He was the more, like, when he talked about his son, you could tell he loved his son. But when he talked about Rachel and being with Rachel, it ain't seem like he really he was like in love with her, or even, I mean, he liked her, but it didn't seem like it was like, like, if y'all know what I'm talking about, put it down in the comments. But anyway, because when he was in the bed and Rachel was downstairs or something like that, she was saying like she's happy, everything feels right, and yada yada yada. This is the happiest she's ever been. And he upstairs talking about something. If he messes this up, he's an idiot, because this is a good lifestyle for him and his son. And if he messes this up, then they gonna go back to, I don't know, Calahoochie, something he said, child. Digging out of the dumpsters for change, for food and stuff like that. So he was saying like he not going anywhere. So that's why I'm saying it's like he hit a lick and he just staying with Rachel because she got the 4 B's and a nice house and nice neighborhood for him and his son. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Like, who is me? But that's how it sounded to me. Y'all let me know what y'all feel like that in them comments. Child, Brittany and Ray, the episode really wasn't a lot, like I said. It was basically pickups and deliveries. So basically what it was. Anyway, Brittany and Ray. So remember they was at the convenience store and Ray had came in the bus and then they ended the episode with Ray getting back in the bus or whatever. So apparently the convenience store was the pickup spot. I'm like, that don't even make no sense because they had dropped him off there, but okay, whatever. So that was the pickup spot. So they went in the convenience store, came out, got back in the bus, went back to the facility, and then the family had to follow the van in the facility and stuff like that. I'm not the facility. Follow the van back to the facility, and then they picked them up there. I said, well, what was the point of them going to the convenience store? That's just confusing. But they ended up picking them up. Of course, Brittany was all excited. She got out first and went over there, hugged them and kissed them and stuff like that. Then he went over. Here go the stepmom, because I thought that was his mom, but it was his stepmom. She was like, she kissing my baby. She kissing my baby. I was like, mama. So the daddy was like, yeah, she kissing him a lot. I said, Lord, get these Ken. But anyway, so he comes and hugs, his stepmom and stuff like that, talks to his daddy. I don't think he ever hugged his grandmama, or maybe they just ain't put it on camera and nothing like that. But he tells us that, when he was about 2, his mom, his birth mom and stuff, divorced, and he lived with his mom. When he was about 11 years old, his mom was murdered. She was shot 5 times and left in a van for dead. I said, oh my God. So he didn't take that very well, at that young age and stuff like that. And then they still don't know who killed her. It's an unsolved crime mystery or whatever. So he don't know. And he was saying, like, if he would have known, like, who did it, why, and stuff like that, he could have coped better. But he just, couldn't cope that well. He ended up robbing a pharmacy and then popping he sold some pills and then other pills he popped or whatever like that. So he did have like a little addiction and stuff. I hope that's taken care of, before he gets out here in the real world. And I hope also that he gets some type of therapy and some help and stuff to deal with his mom's death like that, because that is a tragic way for her to die. And then him being so young and stuff, like, oh my God, I can't even imagine. So at any rate, he lets us know that, and he was saying like he was just full of rage and he was just full of anger and stuff like that. And so he ended up going to jail. They are on the way to the halfway house. So the little trip back from the convenience store back to the prison and then all that other stuff ate up time. So he's calling the halfway house, telling them that, he's on his way and stuff like that. Brittany telling us that she hasn't told her parents or anything. And she's kind of relieved that she has like a few more days to tell her family that he's got out of jail and stuff like that, since he is going to the halfway house. They didn't say how long he was supposed to stay at the halfway house, but after the halfway house, he's going to parole at her house or whatever. Other than that, that was pretty much it. They ended up getting him to the halfway house on time, no problems and stuff like that. He did wish that he was able to spend a little bit more time with Brittany alone, but he said he'll do that, later on in the future and stuff like that. She ready to have some kids, child. She talking about something. She ready to have 2 kids back to back. I said, damn, girl. Ooh, child. And then his nana did, wish him well and stuff like that and gave him some hugs while he was on his way to the halfway house. And that was pretty much it for them. Who else we got? We got Daonte and Nicole. Child, this is a hot ass mess. Oh, I said meth, Lord. Her mom is dyeing her hair, and they just chatting while her mama dyeing her hair and stuff like that. And Nicole says that, she feels good, but she just got like a little anxiety and stuff like that. The mama asked her, how you feel about me married to Mo, I think she said. And Nicole was telling us, like, when she went to prison, her mom was married to a man. While she was in when she was out, her mom was married to a man. While she was in prison, her mom got divorced and married is now married to a woman, which is her best friend and stuff like that. And Nicole is basically like, well, whatever floats your boat, whatever makes you happy, love is love type thing. I'm like, oh. So anyway, excuse me. What else she said? Oh, so the mom was like, well, sometimes you just need to marry your best friend. So we see Daonte, and he on the way to go pick up Nicole, and he hopes that, she'll stay the night and they'll get a little bow chicky wow out on, even though she said that ain't finna happen. She back at the house talking to her mom, because her mom was like, well, how do you feel about Daonte? She was like, well, I feel comfortable around him and stuff like that, but I'm still, thinking about my exes and stuff and still in love with my exes and stuff. So the mom was like, well, which ex you talking about? The person she was texting last episode, Zach, that's one of her exes. She said that they broke up just because she went to jail for 4 years. It wasn't like they had a rocky relationship or anything like that. It was because she went to jail. So they may rekindle their relationship. Who knows, child? So the mama asked her, like, well, what you gonna do about Daonte? She was like, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna have Daonte take care of me for a little while or whatever. I said, And then the mama was like, Nicole is more into things versus a relationship. And I said, I can see that. Anybody with eyes can see that other than Daonte. Like, child, somebody get him some glasses or something like that. But then again, even with glasses, he probably be blind. What else, child? He comes to the door. First of all, he didn't go to the front door. He went to the side door, scaring the hell out of them too. He's like, hey, how you doing? They like, hey, hi, come on in. And he coming in there looking all scared and whatnot. And they like, why? The mama like, why are you so scared? So he was like, I am a little scared. I said, this boy, something wrong with this child. So she go in the bathroom, Nicole, to rinse out the dye out here. So the mom and Daonte sitting in the living room, child. He said something about he like his women, or he loved his women and he loved to spoil, something like he loved to spoil his women or something like that. So the mama was like, well, how many women you got? He was like, oh no, I only got one. I got Nicole. So the mama was like, oh, okay, because you said women. He was like, oh no, I just got Nicole. And I've been faithful to Nicole. The reason why I've been faithful is because I got a little toy. I said, sir, nobody asked about your toy. Especially the mama. The mama definitely did not ask about your toy. And I don't think she cared to know about your toy. And then the fact that you told her that you named the toy Nicole Jr., the mama was like, that's a little weird. I said, So then he goes to tell the mama that he like, I'm in love with your daughter, and I don't know if she told you, but we engaged. So the mama was like, engaged? Oh, she didn't tell you. Oh, I said, oh my God. So after that little weird conversation, the mama get up and she go in there to tell Nicole, like, yo, you ain't tell me that y'all was engaged. Nicole, man, like, we ain't effing engaged or whatever. So the mama like, yeah. So she goes back in, what's the child name? Nicole goes in the living room with Daonte and is like, why would you tell my mama that we engaged? She was like, well, ain't that what we are? I gave you the ring and was like, you might as well marry me. And you said yes. I said, what kind of proposal is that? Like, what, you a little scrappy now? Like, stop playing. So she was like, and I told you after that conversation that we was not married. I need a man to be on one knee and to get me a real ring, something fabulous, blinding me, okay? Something that the people on planet Uranus can see, okay? Not this, or whatever. So he was just like, oh, okay. He was just looking so stupid. Then he went outside and was like, man, I feel like the love I'm giving is not reciprocated, and I don't know, like I took her out of from the time I picked her up from jail to the time I dropped her off here is like a different person. I don't know, I can't deal with heartbreak again, but I can't let her go. So I said, oh my God, this is like the same thing that happened with the other lady. You just so blind, and anybody can obviously see that Nicole just wanted you for your money. Like, child, bye. And the whole time he talking and stressed out, she in there spray tanning herself, putting on her little sexy lingerie to not give him anything, child. And then for some strange reason, we saw a little scene of Daonte telling us how he freaks the damn toy. He was all playing with the little plastic titties. I said, what in the world? And like he said, you know, the women's, we have our toys and stuff like that. Yes, we do. And so the men can have their toys. That's fine. My problem is you putting it in the dishwasher with the dishes. Like, that's my problem. That's my problem. And yet you telling everybody who didn't ask what you got in your house. No, see, it goes in the secret little box or the night table, and you just pull it out and do what you do. You ain't got to tell the world or put it in your dishwasher with the dishes. Like, no. But that was it for Daonte and Nicole. Child, what y'all think about them? A hot ass mess, like I said. And then last but not least, we got Stan and Lisa. Child, Stan's so blind. But maybe he not blind. Maybe he like him like that. Because when Lisa got out, I said, that don't look like no, her hair got pulled out because because she got in a fight. That look like she like women's. Like, I don't judge. You know, I don't judge. Because, you know, not everybody who have a cut like that likes the women's. But it was just something about her. Like, was just screaming. I was starting and bopping up in prison. That's why I keep going back 7 times. Because I'm the queen up in the prison. That's what it was giving me. That's what it was giving me. I don't know what it gave y'all, but that's what it was giving me. But anyway, she definitely do not look like her pictures at all. She said, you know, she excited to get away from 2,000 women, even though she likes them, but she just excited to get away from the women. She want to drive his car. He like, we gonna get to that later. So then, he likes what he see. He is attracted to her. He getting like this all up in the car, child. He hugging her. She seemed like she was kind of weirded out by the hug, but she did know him like 2 to 3 days before he went to jail. And she did in the car say she do like women, and the only men that she would be with again is Stan or whatever. And she was married to 3 men. The first one, he was a douche. She was abusive. The second one, I think he was abusive too. The third one, she said she's not even talking about because it was just that bad. And she's still married to the second and third husband. She thought she divorced the second husband, but she's not divorced. So technically, she wouldn't be married to the third husband if she's not divorced from the second husband. But, you know, semantics. Anyway, he ready, because they be doing some freaky deaky stuff. I guess he got like a sex dungeon down there in his basement, child, with straight jackets and stuff like that. She even showed us a little picture of his little straight jacket. I said, oh, okay, I can't really see Stan in that, but okay. And I feel as though she with Stan because she can boss him around, and it's kind of like a dominatrix type thing. You know, she get to do what she want to do. And that's what she said. She said that she, what did she say? I think she did say, yeah, she said because he's open-minded and she can do what she wants. So I think that's probably why she really like into Stan like that, because she gets to boss him around, probably tie him up in that straight jacket, child, and hey, sounds fun. Anyway, she said she need to lose 30 pounds. She gained 15 pounds or 30 pounds in jail and stuff. And he like, I don't know. I can't tell. You got those big clothes on and stuff. And she was like, oh, so you like the stud look? And he was like, I mean, look at what you're doing to me, baby. I said, oh my God, Stan. And then Lisa had this wig on a confessional. It was like curly and then it was like straight. I said, what in the world, child? But anyway, she in the car. And she put on the wig that Stan brought her. Because at first he showed her the wigs before they took off and stuff like that. And he pulled out the brown one. And he was like, you gonna wear this, you know? And she was like, that's ugly. He was like, not even for sex. She was like, no. But later on, she was like, but can I dress you up in the wigs? And he was like, you know, a little talk about that later. I said, oh, okay. See, I see. Anyway. That blonde wig or ashy gray wig, I don't know what was going on with that wig, but I know that was not 100% human hair. That was synthetic all the way, and that looked like a hot ass mess on her head. I said, child, I'm glad you put that damn hat on, because that wig was horrible. That was horrible. She need to watch TikTok and see how freak out them wigs, because them women on there and them drag queens on there, child, they be freaking the F out them damn synthetic wigs. I be like, damn, that look human. She need to go follow TikTok and figure out how to do that shit, because that wig she had on her head was a hot ass mess in that car. But anyway, in the car, she go call, oh no, she didn't call her husband. I said her husband. Her son called her, and she has 3 kids. Her oldest is 22. She didn't say how old the other kids are. But she has a rocky relationship with him. And it sounds like he has like maybe some depression going on or anxiety or something. Because when he was going through it, and he was saying like he doesn't feel like he's loved. He doesn't have anybody around. He blames, her for all of his mental issues and stuff like that. And he was crying on the phone and stuff. So she kind of worried about that and stressed out and stuff. Here goes Stan. Well, you're living in the best part of your life right now, and if you just break away from those problems, you'll be okay. She was like, what are you talking about? He was like, solve them, cure them, and get rid of them. She was like, wait, what? My son just called me saying like, he upset and stuff like that. I can't get rid of my son. Oh, of course not, baby. I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about the other ones and stuff. So he talking about, to us, talking about something. She, when he picked her up, he was ready to, bow chicky wow wow and stuff. But now it seemed like she more focused on her family situation versus him. I said, Stan, now I did like you, but now, And then he had the nerve to say, if you ain't had no, because she was like, well, life is not peachy when you get out of jail. It's not fun and games or some shit like that. He gonna say, well, if you ain't had no kids or relatives, it would be great. I said, Stan. Stan. What is you saying to this woman? And then that was how I ended, y'all. I said, oh my God, this episode is setting it up for something crazy. And again, y'all let me know what y'all felt about Rachel and Doug, because I would like to hear what y'all think about their relationship. But yeah, these people that's on this list, Anissa, I think her Jeff is imaginary, or he was just playing her. And I wonder how much she put on his books, because he basically like, look, I don't need to talk to you no more because I'm out. So I don't know, child. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all feel about these couples that we saw on Friday night's episode. And put it down there in them comments. Again, if you are not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And if you ended up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit me with the thumbs up button along with the share button. All right, y'all. Until next time. Peace.